or not. Let's move ahead. We are fortunate to have with us our chief guest, Mr. John N. Thomas. He is the Chief Executive Officer at the Kerala State IT Park. With an experience spanning more than 2 decades in various industries, he now manages all the IT parks in Kerala, spread over 9 physical locations across the state. An umbrella organization which includes the Technopark Trivandrum, Infopark Kochi, and Cyberpark Kozhikode. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. May I please request you to address the gathering?
Thank you, Shrija, and very good morning to everyone. It's a sunny morning here in Cochin. I don't know if it's the same in Trivandrum and other locations. Dear leaders, friends, and well-wishers of the Toastmasters Club. One thread that probably connects us all is the shared belief that communication is important, just by virtue of showing up here. So why is communication important? Because solving most of the world's problems takes more than what we individually know, but less than what we collectively know. If you have an iota of doubt on that statement, look at how we are dealing with the current pandemic situation. Could we have done it without effective communication, without our WhatsApp groups, without what we learned from the newspapers, without what we learned from the media? So that itself puts to rest that point, right? So everyone from a street vendor to prime minister need to communicate effectively to take care of their business. Because business, education, work, life, all are social endeavors. Malcolm Gladwell, the famous psychologist and writer, in his seminal work Outliers, says it takes 10,000 hours of practice to achieve expertise in any area or skill. That holds true for communication as well. So even if you practice 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, it still takes you 5.5 years to call yourself an expert if that theory held true. So you have to be, I think, I'm not taking sides on, the science of that, but taking the point of practice and effort that goes into creating an expert. I think it is fair to summarize and say that it takes consistency and practice to reach a point of expertise on any particular skill. In a world where most New Year resolutions are broken right on the New Year's Day, we know how difficult that is, right? So good luck with that. So it is fair to say that to be a good communicator and an effective speaker, it takes lots and lots of practice. I'm sure all of you, having been part of Toastmasters or aspiring to be a part of Toastmasters, would appreciate that. That is where I feel organizations like Toastmasters come in, right, and are highly effective. From my personal experience, I have kind of gathered that in order to do anything effectively, you need 3 things. You need structure or a plan, you need a support system, and you need practice. Based on very little of what I know about Toastmasters, I think it provides an excellent grounds on all those 3 points. It gives you a good structure to prepare and present in a public speaking context. It provides you with a supportive ecosystem, a community of encouraging friends. It also provides you lots and lots of practice through your weekly or monthly practice sessions or whatever frequency you decide to meet at. To be successful in any field of business or education or whatever they may be, you have to be an effective communicator. Information technology industry, I'm just touching on information technologies because this, I understand it's primarily a Technopark oriented forum. Information technology industry is no exception. As professionals, you know that both written as well as verbal communication skills come very, very handy and necessary even for survival in our industry. Practically all the IT work get executed in teams. Often we work in large programs with multiple teams. Now, there are also outside stakeholders like clients or vendors that we need to deal with. Communication, both written and verbal, is pivotal to each of these interactions within these groups as well as between these groups. And the importance of communication only increases as you grow up the ladder in the technology industry. And I'm pretty sure that's the case with pretty much every other industry as well. So as a fresher, it may be okay for you to, I mean, you may be able to survive with limited communication. But as you grow up the ladder, as you go into leadership roles, as you grow into positions where you need to gather the masses, rally people together behind an idea or a project or organization, whatever it is, communication becomes more and more important. And the verbal communication probably becomes even more important because of the visual media and the type of media that we are dealing with these days. So I may be running the risk of preaching to the choir here because looks like you have already bought into the idea of Toastmasters and you recognize the importance of public speaking. And I have actually witnessed refreshingly some amazing speakers during the last few minutes. So let me cut my talk short here and wish the Technopark Toastmaster community its very best. We are sure you will greatly improve your communication skills with this initiative. I have no doubts about that. But I also hope that you will have lots and lots of fun in the process and make many good friends and bring many more of your friends into your productive journey of self-improvement. Thank you, and wishing Technopark Toastmasters all the best. And as Aarti was saying in the presidential address, awake, arise, and stop not till you reach your goal. Thank you, and have a good day all.